Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In today's class we will discuss how to construct the cycloid. Here what is cycloid? Cycloid means if one circle is moving. Let us take here one P point on the circumference of this circle. Okay, when the circle is moving from one point to the last point, okay, the path traced out by this P point is known as cycloid. For doing the cycloid, let us take the given data. A circle of diameter 50 mm, okay, rolls on a horizontal line for half revolution and then on 45 degrees line upward for another half revolution. Draw the curve traced out by a point lying on the circumference of the circle. So this is the given data. Take the diameter here initially. How much it is? 50 mm. If the circle is moving on the straight line, okay, so it is completely taking 2 pi r distance. Okay, it is nothing but circumference of the circle. So calculate that length. So let us take L distance, total circumference of the circle, 2 pi r, where r is radius of the circle. So do with calci, 2 pi into r means half in it, okay, 25. You are getting 157.08 mm. But for half revolution it is moving horizontally. Let us take half in it. Okay, L by 2 value. L is nothing but we can take approximately 157 divided by 2. Okay, mm. Here let us do one circle initially. As you know, diameter is 50 mm. Radius is half in it. Okay, in 50, 25 mm is the radius. That is 2.5 centimeter is the radius. Okay, take 2.5 centimeter radius. Take one of the point is the center. Do one circle. Here let us give some gap, okay, after the question, so that we have to do the 45 degrees line also. So for this circle, this point is the center. Take this is C. Here do one vertical diameter. Let us take this is the initial point, okay, P point. Getting the P point, here do the line, okay, L by 2 distance. So this line, how much L by 2 distance? 7.9 centimeter. So this line is perpendicular to this vertical diameter, okay, 90 degrees. So here for getting 90 degrees I am using this protractor. This angle is 90. Okay, do the line. Okay, on it mark 7.9 centimeter. Mark the end point. Just make it dark. So 7.9 horizontal distance I took. Okay. Now here also at the center do the center line. Take this is a reference line. At C do the horizontal line. Okay. So here just mark the diameter, vertical diameter. Take this is a reference line. Here also do one line. Okay. This circle is coming from this center to this center. Okay. Here also do the circle position. Take the same radius because same circle is moving here. Do one more circle here. Now from this center to this center it is moving half revolution horizontally. Remaining half from this center to last center, the remaining half length it is moving. Okay, so this upward line is tilting 45 degrees. So at the center take the 45 degrees line. Okay, join this point to this point. It is a center line. Whatever this half length, mark the same length on it. Or by using scale also we can mark. It is 7.9 centimeter. So here I have marked this center, okay, for the circle. So circle is moving in this direction. Okay, do one more circle here with this center. Take the same radius. Here also do one more circle. Okay, it is moving horizontally, again it is tilting 45 degrees. After getting this circle, here also do the path on which this circle is rolling, like horizontal surface we did here. So here the path is tilting 45 degrees. For getting the parallel line, take this is the reference line, 45 degrees line. Move the scale in downward direction. Here do the path which is touching these two circles, like this. Okay, so here extend this line. Also take the intersection point of this line and this circle. Okay, join the C to this point. Okay, like that circle is moving half distance horizontally and the remaining half distance 45 degrees. If you are taking this angle, okay, it is nothing but 45 degrees. Okay, because we took the line parallel to this. This is already we took 45 degrees. This line is also 45 degrees. So after getting the path, here circle is rolling, okay, in this direction. Now if circle is rolling, so centers are also changing. Okay, let us take, this is the smaller circle I am taking. Just for showing the example, I am taking the smaller circle. Let us take center is here. If it is rolling like this, okay, center is coming from previous position to this position, C1. Again it is moving, center is coming here, C2. Like that centers are changing, okay, but all centers are coming at the constant distance. Okay, so centers are coming on the center line only here also centers are coming. Okay, so it is moving from this position to this position. Here what I am taking, whatever length we are taking, I will divide this distance into 6 equal divisions. Okay, and here also I will divide into 6 equal divisions. We can divide into any number of divisions. Here I will divide total, here 6 plus 6, 12 centers I will divide this center line. Okay, so 12 parts I am dividing, means here also divide the circle into 12 equal divisions. Okay, initially divide this length, whatever length is here, here also same length. Divide this line into 6 divisions, half length. Okay, remaining half we will divide into 6 divisions. So for doing this line into 6 divisions, we have one process. Just do one inclined line. So this angle is less than 90 degrees. Okay, by using compass, take some length, okay, take some radius, divide this into 6 divisions. Take starting point is at P, do one arc, 1, take this intersection point of arc and this line as center, do one more arc. Okay, 1, 2, follow the same process, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here join this last point to this point. Okay, join this point to this point by using scale. So at all these points also do the lines parallel to this last line. Okay, for doing the parallel lines, move the scale in upward direction. Just do one line here, here one line, so here mark the points, okay, intersection points. This is I am taking 1 dash. Now these are the 6 equal divisions. We have divided this line into 6 equal parts. Now our main aim is we have to mark the centers. Okay, so take this is a reference line. At 1 do the vertical line up to this center line. Take this center intersection, take this intersection point is C1. Okay, similarly do the parallel line at 2. Mark this intersection point is C2. At 3 do the vertical line up to center line. This intersection point is C3. Similarly at 4, at 5 also do the lines. So at 4th line take C4, at 5th line take C5, at the 6th line already we have marked a center C6. So on the center line we took 6 centers. So here also on the center line take again 6 centers. Okay, this length and this length is same, that's why take the same division length. Okay, so here also take C6 as center, mark C7, C7 as center, mark this intersection point C8, C8 as center, mark one center, it is C9, C9 as center, mark here C10, so C10 as center, mark C11, so the last one is C12. Okay, here also we took 6 equal divisions for centers. Here we have divided this center line into 12 equal divisions. Here also divide this circle into 12 equal divisions. Whatever number of parts we are doing here, do the same number of parts for the circle also. As we know, at the center of the circle angle is 360 degrees. So divide this circle into 12 divisions. Divide this angle into 12 divisions. So we are getting 30 degrees. Okay, each division is 30. So for marking 30, take this first division 30, next 30 is 60, next 60 plus 30 means 90, 90 plus 30 means 120, 120 plus 30 means 150, 150 plus 30 means 180. Join all these points to the center within the circle. Take the first point and do the line within the circle. Okay, join this point to center. Now already we took the vertical line. Take this point and center. Now this point to center. Now here this point to center. Now here mark the points. Okay, take this intersection point of this diameter to the circle 1. This point is 2. Take this point is 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This P point is also, this P point at P we can take 12 also. Okay, 12 and P at the same point. Now after that mark the same points on this circle also. Okay, so here just at these points do the horizontal lines up to this circle. Okay, take this is a reference line. So move the scale. 1 and 11 are coming on the same line. Okay, do the horizontal line here up to this circle. Okay, here also at 10 and 2 one line is coming, and then 9 and 3 already we did the line. Just extend the line up to the circle, and 8, 4 one line, and 7, 5 one line, and at 6 one line. Here these lines dividing this circle. Okay, so here also mark the points. For marking the points, let us take this circle is half revolution it is coming. Okay, 6 point is coming here for the half revolution, and if 6 is coming here means, so where is 12th point? 12 is opposite to 6. So if 6 is here means 12 is coming here. This P point is moving like this. Okay, so this is the 12th point after half revolution. This is the 6th point. Okay, so at 6 dash I am marking 6 also. Now after that I am taking, instead of 6 and 12 I am taking 12, 1, 6, 1. Okay, instead of giving same numbers I am marking one small one at the numbers. Okay, here 6 means it is rotating like this. Okay, so this point is after 6, 7. Okay, wherever intersection point of this line and this circle. So I will mark inside this 7, 1, and after 6, 7 this is 8, 1. This is 9. This is 10. This is 11. This is 12. Okay, so here after 12 1 will be there. So this is 1. Okay, this is next point is 2, 1. This is 3, 1. This is 4, 1, and this intersection point is 5, 1. After getting the points on this circle, so divide this circle into 12 divisions. So whatever points are there, at those points do the lines parallel to this 45 degrees line. Here take this is a reference line. So move the scale. At 7, 8 one line is moving, and then at 6, 9 one line is coming, and then 5, 10, so one more line is coming here, and this is the center line. Extend this line up to this circle. Okay, next 4 and 11 one line is passing. Okay, and then 3 and 12 one line is passing, and then 1 and 2 one line is passing like this. Dividing all three circles into 12 equal divisions. If C is the center, P is the initial point. Okay, at the CP distance. Okay, now C is moving from C to C1. Okay, C to C1 it is moving. Draw an arc on the first line which is passing through 1. This point is P1. Okay, this point. Center is moving from C1 to C2. We are taking the same radius. Okay, that is CP distance. So if C2 is the center, do an arc on the second line which is passing through 2. Okay, mark that point is P2. At this C2, it is traveling to C3. Take C3 center, do an arc on the third line which is passing through 3. Okay, do here. Take that point is this point is P3 point. After C3, take the C4 center. Okay. Same radius C4 center, do an arc on the fourth line which is passing through 4. Take this intersection point is P4. Similarly C4 to C5 center, do an arc on the fifth one. So this intersection point is P5. So after C5 the center is C6. C6 center, do an arc on the sixth line, that is on this line. So it is touching the 12th point. So P point is coming here. So I am taking this is P6. Let us do by using freehand curve. Join P to P1, P1 to P2, P3, P4, so after getting P6 point, take center after C6, C7 center, same radius, do an arc on the 7th line which is passing through 7. 7 and 8 one line is passing. Okay, do an arc here. So it is, the intersection point is P7. Okay. After C7 take C8 center, do an arc on the 8th line. So 7 and 8 are passing at the same line. Okay, here you will get this side on the same line. Take this intersection point is P8. P7 is coming here, P8 is coming here. After C8 take C9, okay, center, take C9 center, do an arc on the 9th line which is passing through 9. Take this is P9. Okay, after C9 take C10 center, do an arc on the 10th line. 5 and 10 are passing on the same line. Okay, so do an arc here. It is, the intersection point is P10. After C10 take C11 is the center, do an arc on the 11th line. So 4 and 11 one line is passing, do here one arc. So this intersection point is P11. After C11 take C12. So C12 center, do an arc on the 12th line. Where is the 12th line? So 4 and 12 are passing on the same line. So here you will get 1 point. So this point is P12. So here we got P7, P8, P9, P10, P11, P12. Okay, join all these points by using freehand curve. Now here this is P7, this is P8, P9, P10, P11, P12. Okay, so here we need to join P6 to P7, after that P8. First I will join P7 to P12 points. After that I will join P6 to P7. Okay, let us do here small curve. Okay, which is joining P7 to P8. After P8 join P9. Join P8 to P9. So P9 to P10. P10 to P11. Then P12. Now after getting this curve, join here P6 to P7. Curve is coming like this. So this curve name is called cycloid. Here make sure that this curve and then this path and this circle should be in dark color compared to the other lines. Here mark the given dimension. Take any one of the diameter, keep the diameter symbol, mark 50. And here mark horizontal length, it is traveling 78.5 mm. Here also the remaining 45 degrees path is also 78.5 mm. Mark this angle also 45 degrees. So this is the method of doing the cycloid. If you like this lecture, hit the like button, subscribe my channel and share with your friends. The other video lectures of cycloids, I will give the link in description box. Please check it. Thank you for watching.